What's up, everybody? Welcome back to those hard motherfucking feelings, baby. We're coming at you from the balmy icebox this week.
Chilly Willy.
A little temperature control in here, though. Not as bad as it used to be. The sun's coming out in the city a little bit. Springtime is around the corner. I am your host this week, Kevin James Ryan. First of all, shout out to all the fucking homies, baby. The lifeblood of the organization. The sleeper cell, the boots on the ground, the undercover brothers. We love you, and thank you for fucking uniting behind that Route 66 special. Woo! The feedback has been fan-fucking-tastic. Brought a tear to my eye. We love yous. My co-host coming at you across the table, my best pal in the whole wide world. This guy's on everything but roller skates right now. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for H. Foley.
What's going on there, fuckers? Great to be here. A little bit chilly. Got me thinking about the spring. I can't wait for that Easter candy to come rolling around.
I had a nice day yesterday.
Excuse me 1 second.
Sure.
As Kevin was saying.
Hold on for a second. Let me try to say.
Can't thank you guys enough.
Yes.
Route 66. It's been a great success. Keep those views rolling in. All the feedback has been unbelievable. We mean every word of it. It was so great to be out there with everybody, and we love you guys, honestly, from the bottom of my cholesterol-filled heart.
That thing's bubbling right now. Yeah, it's so cool, to even pull back a little bit more. The fucking comments, it's like we set out to create this thing and show this, and
it's a real film, Jack.
I'm very proud that we were able. The comments are going like, they make me realize we were able to hit the nail on the head with what we wanted to show with us and the fans and the live shows and just fucking kind of dirtbags and just a fucking regular life type, just two idiots fucking figuring it the fuck out. And it's resonating with everybody, and it's very cool. That means more than the comments. There hasn't been one bad comment. It's crazy. It's all fucking shout out to us, shout out to the project, shout out to the army of garbage. It's very nice and reaffirming of what we do and why we do it.
Of course. Shout out to Mr. Connor Kelly, director and editor.
Extraordinaire. Justin and Mikey, who, three guys and four guys did that, right? The crew was three guys, and
Luke is catching a lot of acclaim for that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
He's smoking weed the whole time. He did nothing.
Lukey hit this one out of the park. Guy was jerking off in his bunk the whole fucking time. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Kyle, who was the tour manager on it. Everybody.
Luke, Tommy, Sammy.
Yeah, everybody hit it out of the park. It was.
Can't thank you guys enough. We love you so much.
Very cool.
That being said,
just it's a little glimpse of the springtime. Yesterday, me and the bird, we had the day off. We had to close down the studio. The elevator was down.
Would you get into a fight in the park? That always tells me the spring's coming.
You doing old bits on me right now? What the fuck? You ever been to Paris, huh, guys?
Me and my girl yelling at each other at a baseball game.
We went to got up early, had the day off. I'm tracking. It was the day after the special drop, so I am hacking into YouTube on the back end to track these numbers like a psychopath. Everybody handled it. Obviously it did very well, but there was no crazy.
We had a great war room night.
Sure.
The night of the release. 10,000, shout out to the bozos and homies. 10,000 concurrent views in a live stream. I don't know what all that means.
I'm surprised you hit concurrent. I thought you were going to be like 10,000 conference room. Fucking.
Yeah, we were in here. We had a couple of beers.
Yeah.
We had some dinner. Did we?
We went to the diner at 1 a.m. Diner 24. Shout out to you.
Yeah. Forgot my toast. Maybe for the better.
Seemed to let it down too. We went to the park, or not to the park. We were walking around. My wife's like, "Hey, let's get out." She's pregnant now. She's a big pregnant woman, and she wanted to get out of the house. I wanted to do nothing but sit on the couch. We had the lead up of the Austin promo run, the fucking just everything, and then when I come in a little banged up. It was the night of the premiere. Come in a little banged up. You know what I mean? And then fucking Hans pukes at like 5:30. Now you're up. I might have got down for an extra 15 minutes.
I was sliding them oysters underneath through the mail slot.
So I'm up. So it's like I got in at 1:30. I'm up at 5 something, just up. And now I just want to sleep. But she's like, let's go. So went to the Upper West Side. Went to that Jacob's Pickles, man.
You love that place.
She likes the matzo ball soup. I've only been there probably this was probably my third time, maybe fourth time in 6 years, something like that.
Jacob's Pickles is the kind of place where I would work at.
Sure, it is very you.
Those waiters are very turn and burn.
Yeah.
Probably party a little bit, drink a little bit.
That's very funny. That is very you.
The last time we had
It's like nice enough, but like they'll look the other way type thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like a high-end dining establishment. But it's like, hey, we got good food, nice joint, and you'd sell it to a nice joint. You come in casual.
Last time we ate there was when the kid asked for the turkey leg.
Sure.
He wanted a turkey. He was like, it was not that long ago. And I remember the waiter, and I remember back in my head being like, if I worked it, we'd be drug buddies. We'd be boys.
You'd be watching my back in the stall.
Yeah. I never did drugs at work. I mean, I did, but not in that. I wasn't doing bumps off the bathroom. I wasn't.
Doing a walk-in like a gentleman.
I've never actually, I could probably count on my hands.
We got 500 hands.
if I was an Indian goddess. I could count on my one hand the times that I've done coke off of a toilet seat. Now,
no one does them on the toilet seat. The
a lot of
tank.
people do. The
not
tank,
the seat.
not the seat. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, you said seat.
Freak gay.
Yeah.
No,
I've heard the move is to also put your phone down and do it off that.
Yeah, the kids are just doing it off their phone.
I just would do it with a key
Yeah, sure.
or the little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or just, sometimes it was just.
You also weren't at the club that much. You know what I mean? You were fucking drugs in a room kind of guy. But man, what a dude! It was Upper West Side is a beautiful neighborhood. Midweek day, just fucking sun's out. It's about 55. You're not bundled up.
You like it up there, huh?
Well, I'd
get your fucking bum ass back up to the fucking hood.
I'm moving out of there. I want to.
You're not going anywhere.
Well, when the baby comes, we're going to be spending most of the time in the burbs.
You're a Washington Heights kid, and that's what you're going to be, and that's what this kid's going to be.
No, not if I have anything to
Kia
do.
boy.
He's be stealing my goddamn car.
I'm going to make sure I'm going to take him to the track. BB gun.
Oh, yeah, kid's gonna have some heat on him. I did. I turned out all right.
I figured out what I'm getting him, too, by the way, because you said you have everything organized. I know what I'm getting him.
What do you got?
Not off rip, but I got to get him something off rip to show face, and it's got to be a
Cash.
face.
Give me cash.
Is that what you want?
That's what I want. Yeah. What the fuck? This kid don't need nothing. Give me cash.
All right. Look.
How much does that look like?
A G. Throw a G at you.
Okay.
Shut you up.
Fucking
500
bald
to
prick.
the 500 to the wife on the side.
Uh-huh.
Hey, don't, honey. Make sure he's taking care of you.
Sure. Okay. No. What'd you want to get him? You said in the
I don't want to
future.
tell you. Don't
I'm
ruin
not going to
it.
tell him. What do you mean? All right.
Power wheels.
You're not getting him a Power Wheels.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I already bought
Oh, dude, talk about
it. I already got him, too.
talk about.
I got him an SUV and a sports car.
I
Wait, hold on. I can't get it for him?
no.
Ryan!
A Power Wheels is something I would buy him at the time, and
Why can't? See, it's not a competition.
it's not. But it's my son.
It's my nephew.
He is not. He's your coworker's son. He's your boss's kid.
I guarantee you me and this kid are boys.
Okay,
All the kids love Uncle Hank.
sure.
Who's that? Probably him.
Oh,
right
it's
now.
Easy Pass. It's the scam.
Ooh.
I'm also getting hi. Good morning. I'm Darlene, a recruiting representative at Amazon. Your resume has been recommended by several online people.
Look at you.
You get them?
I would get a lot of them.
Easy. This is the Easy Pass scam I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. Easy Pass toll violation notice. This is an official notice regarding outstanding balance on Easy Pass account.
Listen,
Damn.
if any of your scammers out there, it's not working.
Well, like I would have.
It is.
Well, it
Like,
worked.
I-
It worked, dude. People hit me up like, dude, I fell for that Easy Pass thing,
That's
and the only
crazy.
reason I didn't pay it, but the only reason is because it went to the broad. She's not from here. She don't. She's just going like,
That's funny.
it is my Easy Pass account. It's under her name because I didn't my credit at the time. I didn't have a good standing with Easy Pass, so she had to get it. So she goes, "Hey, I'm getting this text. I don't know how like your utility companies work over your toll processing."
I had the
works.
bird almost fall for it, and when I said it to her,
So my vetting, she was supposed to vet it for me. It's coming from her. I don't fucking know.
wow, because I had her phone for some reason. I think we were ordering or something like that, and I saw it come in, and then I forgot about it for a second. Then when she had her phone, I was like, "Hey, by the way, that's a scam." She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "That Easy Pass thing." She's like, "Really?" I'm like, are you at what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
once
not texting you.
once you say it, man. But I don't know. Maybe in my head I went. My wife clicked the box to be like, yeah, text me. Don't email me. I don't fucking know.
No. Fuck all that.
I mean,
shit.
yeah. No, I understand. No, but yes, that is a reality where it
But
could
these
work.
scammers it's not working, man.
They made $1 billion.
Really?
Yeah. In
When?
2023.
Because it's low and it's not
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
It's,
guess it is
it's
working.
not $500. They're
Hey,
asking
more
for
power
give me
to you.
$12, and you go, yeah, all right, $12. Here you go.
No, but I thought
And you do it on Apple Pay.
I thought they do that to get into your banking shit. They're just taking the money. That's it.
I don't know.
That's a pretty nice little.
Well, it's
scam.
probably no one's sitting there typing it out. It's fucking, we're going to send this to 10,000 phone numbers a minute. And then if 10% of those people,
Wow.
whatever.
I thought it was. I thought the $3.99 or whatever.
I mean, they might.
was just to get into your banking and for you to follow the link. And once you follow the link, you're fucked.
Well, I think that if you go a certain distance in that, you're fucked. But then also, they can also just get you for $12. Depends on the credit card company, how quick they come in.
You know what? I kind of respect that, and that's like a kinder, gentler scammer.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ripping some old lady off of her life savings. You're just that's like if you sent out a thing to everybody in the world to send you $1, you'd be a rich man.
It's like stealing from Walmart.
No,
Little guy's not feeling it.
no, but
I mean, I don't know, but whatever. Either way, one of the tactics is they're not going, give me $5,000. They're going, it's $12. It's $6.99. You go, yeah, let me just fucking
$1 billion.
That was reported.
Wow,
That's not everything. That's a little petty cash it didn't fucking report. You know what I mean?
$1 billion.
Damn, pretty good.
They probably don't give them to the people doing the pump and dump.
Oh, you
Like
don't
the
think
people-
the guy in the hut's not getting the money? No shit. Some princes, some chic. It's probably guy's got oil money. Probably you don't need it. The rich get richer.
Anyway, I got my own problem.
But
So you're at the nice park, you had a nice day with the broad.
not park. Just cruising the Upper West Side. Just a very man. This city's pretty good at times.
New York City really has it all,
It does.
as
But
the Ramones eloquently say.
we're gonna be spending the plan is like a month or so after the baby arrives to go down to go
Fine,
to
get
go out
outta
to the
here.
burbs, and I go, that might be the
Go ahead. I don't fucking
the
need
inciting
you.
incident of me just spending more time down there versus I might flip flop.
Go ahead.
I might come in for the weekend, a little bump ski, a little something like that.
Go ahead. Weekend where? More spots for me. I don't fucking need you. Go ahead. Abandon me here. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
Part of you thinks that's the case. I know you do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking bitter ass 50-year-old man.
Give a shit.
I'm living my life.
I'll be in Queens.
Yeah, fighting with your fucking
No,
wife.
we're doing very well.
Jealous of a newborn.
Punk kid thinks he's better than me.
Listen here, you little shit.
So you're the one I've been hearing all talk about. Fuck that up.
Also, yeah, you don't say.
What's up? Are we doing a christening?
We haven't talked about that yet. What?
Hey, Godfather.
You're not the Godfather. I wasn't in
the
your
fuck?
wedding. I wasn't in your wedding, dude.
You were there.
Yeah, all right, fine. The christening's in China, and you can only go for 48 hours.
I can't go to China.
Okay, how's North Korea sound this time of year?
South Korea, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm literally haven't thought about. I'm not even joking. I haven't thought about any. I got to go, with my brother.
I guess.
What do you mean? You guess?
All right.
I need someone who's going to be around if I'm not around. If I'm not around, you definitely ain't here, big guy.
I didn't make it.
I don't know what to tell you. I need someone to go, hey, chances are I'm going before my brother. Also, he's got a little bit of cash.
Sure.
You're going to be hitting up my kid for the will and stuff like that. What
Got that Kippy
has your
money.
dad ever has your dad ever mentioned life insurance policy? Have you
see
ever
it-
heard the word sole beneficiary?
Do you see a safe anywhere around here?
What's your birthday again? You're standing in front of a safe.
Shut up. What do you mean I take good care of him? I defend
You
him
don't
to
take
the
good
end.
care of yourself.
I take care of other
You don't
people
take good
better.
care of yourself. I'm not. I'm just gonna sound mean. I do not want you putting. First of all, your mental in
Poison.
Whatever.
I'm working on all that.
I'm not saying
I got a
you're
big
not.
update on all that.
We do. Also, yeah, no, it's not. Listen, for the show. I mean, I'm a dick on here for the show, but it ain't that.
Can I babysit, hang out with him?
No.
I can't take him to Mickey D's or nothing
No,
like
I
that.
don't like kid at McDonald's. What? Want a newborn at a McDonald's in fucking Astoria, Queens?
No,
it's a goddamn knife fight in
Mickey
there.
D's is my Irish drug dealer.
You're walking through the drive-through with them. Hong Kong.
All right.
I saw you do have a weird. This was a very Foley thing. We were leaving Austin. This is whatever, like 2 weeks ago. We're leaving Austin. You're on the phone with your brother, and I guess your nephew was in a little bit of a
Got pinched.
a little bit of a timeout ski. You know what I mean? Not like it didn't sound bad, but just like, hey, he's he's currently being a little bit disciplined. So you call your brother, right?
No, the reason I called is because I had been texting the kid, and he hadn't been getting back to me, which is unusual. And I'm, what the fuck is this all about?
But you not sure. Me hearing.
Not to mention, neither one of them called me on my goddamn birthday. I'm getting text messages like we work in an office together. I got him last night on the phone, fucking straightened them both out. I told him I'm done.
I ever tell you
Christmas, birthdays, they're done.
the time I was working with my dad, we were working in the same office. Dude, this guy it was half the size of this room all day. He called me, hey, what's the deal with the delivery for the fucking Acme job? Yeah.
You're like a Molly Ringwald.
Dude, nothing. I'm like, all right, well, maybe he's going to come in with candies in a balloon or something. I talked to him 5 times on the phone, nothing. He finally gets in the office around noon or something after being on the road. I'm like, he's going to say something. Dude, iced me the whole day. And at one point, he goes, what's the date? And I'm like, it's August 14th. And he's like, all right. Just like wrote it down on a piece of paper. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? This is crazy. Talk about working.
Shit, my cell phone bills do.
Talk about working together.
Wow, did he ever say anything?
I don't think so. And then my brother might have got in and was like, oh, happy birthday. Like he had like probably texted me or whatever. But like,
how old are you? 20s?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's, yeah. 20s, you still get a little, hey.
I'm 24 probably. It's enough to be, dude. I mean, it's enough to be like
your feelings.
Happy birthday, guy. Like you would say it to a stranger. At that point,
was he a hug guy? Give you a hug?
As a kid, yeah.
But not as an adult.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be weird. I never thought like, wow, my dad hasn't hugged me. But yeah, no, for sure, hug guy. Yeah.
Okay, but not when you walk in or nothing like that.
If I were to like walk into
like the way I was with Igor, going, get off me, I give him a big huggy and stuff like that. You weren't horsing around. Do you ever squeeze his cheeks?
No, you aren't going nowhere near my child. But our relationship was very different because at most of my adult relationship, when I had a relationship with him, we were together all day, every day. So like, you wouldn't walk into the room at work and be like, hey, Dad, it's been 6 hours since I saw you. So that changed it for
big
sure.
Hugging a kiss, creeping everybody out on the side.
Crane guy's got the wrecking ball going through the wrong building.
You and your dad are French.
So that would be, our relationship was like, yeah, when I was in college and I'd come home and I saw him, yeah, hug and, kiss on the cheek, like, whatever, dap him up.
What's up, Playboy?
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but yeah, then it just got too.
So you're turning tails and running, huh? Couldn't cut it in the big city.
Sure. Oh, no. So finish this. Hold on. Where are you going? All right. Finish the phone call to your brother. This was a very interesting perspective of how you operate. I don't think you always see how other people view situations. Mm-hmm. And that was like telling to me.
Now, I feel like we're in somewhat of a co-parenting situation. I'm a very close uncle.
He thinks he's that's insane to say co-parenting.
I'm just using that as a word.
That's the wrong word. I understand that. But emotionally, you do think that.
Yeah, my niece and nephew.
No one is taking that away at all.
Okay. The kid was pinched for something. I hadn't heard from him.
You were texting him or something.
I was texting him. He's not getting back to me. So I called my brother. I'm like, what's up with, what happened? Does he not have his phone or something like that? He's like, he doesn't. I guess he was in earshot.
And he was short. He goes, he's jammed up at the moment.
And what happened? He's like, I'll tell you later.
Which to me is like that's the end of this. Like, I'm in a company where I can't.
Two, it's none of my business.
Exactly. Two, it's none of your fucking business. You know what I mean?
Theoretically.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, to me, I don't think you pick up on the cue of like, and I feel this happens with us a lot where I'm like, no, you go, yeah, but really. And he's going, listen, I can't talk about this now. He's either there, I'm in mixed company, I don't have the time. I've made the executive decision to go, hey, man, we can't get into this at this moment. Whatever it is.
I like to get into
and that's never
that
that's never enough for you.
No.
Yeah, that's what makes me lose it a lot of times. I go, yeah, we're not doing that. You're like, but why? I go, I didn't just start thinking about this. This decision was made a month ago, and now you're dragging your ass on the carpet. So
Okay. I got worms.
I got worms, Gary. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was because then he goes, and then he goes, well, you know, what happened? And he goes, I can't talk about it. He's like, you're going to be like, you jabbed him a little bit. And then he goes, let me talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
And your brother's like, no. Like,
he's not letting use the phone.
I'm parenting I've made these, whether he's grounded, whether he's no cell phones, whether he's whatever. And you go, oh, come on, don't be like that. And he's like, dude, are you done? It was very much... Yeah, I am the brother in.
This was all on speakerphone, I believe.
Yeah, he's like, nah, dude, and you're like, come on, what? I can't. You're not gonna let me talk to him, and he's going, no,
I'm Uncle Hank.
I know, but for whatever reason,
the rules don't apply.
he's being disciplined, and his
but
father.
I'm funny.
Hey. Yeah, but I also saw you just like undermining anything your brother just said. Oh, you listen to that fucking idiot? Well, listen, sneak out the window. Come, I'll pick you up in 20 minutes.
I'll send you 500.
Yeah, so I think that's what your brother was afraid of you going, what are you fucking
I do that
it.
a little bit, but I assume he's like half whatever. Like if he'll say...
Who, your brother?
Yeah, let's say, we'll be down there and, I want to hang out with them. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful that they, at the age that they're at, they still want to hang out with me. So, we'll go over there.
Mainly take pictures of you and send them to a group chat.
Huh?
What?
Me and the bird will go over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you guys want to do? We got Saturday, whatever we want to do. Go to the mall.
They all start faking sick whenever you roll in the driveway.
No. I like hanging out. But he'll be like...
Someone start limping. I'll take you to the emergency room.
He'll be like... my brother will be like, he's going to hit you up for this.
Your nephew. He's looking... He's working the angles.
He's trying to get a pair of New Balance or something like that.
Which I respect.
Sure. Respect. That's why I give in all the time. I like to see the hustle.
Sure.
He'll be like, don't. And then, of course, we'll get there and,
Yeah, but don't listen. I don't know.
Get a couple pairs of sneaks. What do you need? This, that.
That's listen. I'm not pushing back on you. I don't have. I've never parented, obviously, but just relationship wise, and just anything. If someone goes, "Hey, don't do that," and then you do it, that's a pretty. I'm not saying your heart's not in the right place, and you don't want to give the kid shoes and spoil the kid and give back. I get that, but if it's like, "Hey, don't do this," and then you do it. That dad's trying. I would assume your brother's trying to go like, hey man, you don't just get everything you want just because you ask. You don't get this, and you're going, fuck this life lesson. Uncle Hank's in town for 24 hours, and I need positive affection here.
I'm not picking up where the problem is.
I didn't know you did that.
So don't get the Power Wheels.
No, my kid doesn't need a. First of all, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment in Washington Heights. I don't need a Power Wheel.
This one climbs stairs. It's pretty sweet.
I just had to get rid of the Peloton.
45 grand.
It's an actual Jeep Wrangler.
I spit on the floor and look at you. Beat that, dickhead. I got him a full ride to Notre Dame.
Can you say Maybach? What? Yeah, don't be pulling that shit. If I say no and then don't fucking come with the big scissors cutting a ribbon of fucking whatever. Don't be doing that because you're that's all I'm saying. That's crazy. He says don't buy him shoes. You'll buy him multiple pairs of shoes. I'm trying to teach him money doesn't grow on trees.
He says it in the way of don't get suckered into,
Oh, okay. Oh, it's more of...
Yeah. He's good. The kid's good. Little grifter.
Yeah, sure.
I love him.
Yeah. You also love...
Good guy.
You love being the guy. my God, get out of here. Who don't like that? I love being that guy.
Sure.
Dude, sometimes I'll just have crisp hunters if I know I'm seeing a boy. Here you go. I forgot your present. No big deal. Take two. Boom, boom, boom.
My checking account's negative $500.
I get it, dude. My sister said, or my brother-in-law was like, dude, enough with the cash. I go, they're kids. The cash is kids. What are you talking
You hit
about?
her with a 20. Yeah, take a walk.
Hey, honey, a little more ice in the spritzer next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm working on all that stuff.
I'm not criticizing. It was just funny. It was very. I don't want to make it sound like I'm breaking your balls. It was just very funny to see that go down in real time. Where the guy's like, nah, dude, no. And then you hang up. Well, that guy's fucking problem. I'm like,
Try to talk to the kid.
sure.
Yeah.
But new news in the mental health corner of H. Foley. I finally convinced him to get on pills. And I got to be honest with you, it didn't take that long. A month or two of me being like, yo, you got to fucking... Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with a fucking handgun to the side of my head.
Yeah, so as the homies know, I'm on a mental health journey.
To the depths of hell. Your head turns around.
The marketing boys are playing around with the Straight Crazy tour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I had mentioned that after we had discussed that maybe I could use a little chemical help.
You need something to slow the machine down. Your machine gets going, and it's fucking... It's spikes of... craziness.
And truth be told, it's not fun internally. to be honest with you.
It's not all it's cracked up to be, gang.
I know I drive you guys crazy. I don't like the guy either. All right, not a big fan.
Sure, I'm very proud. That's a big step. I'm very, very proud of you. You have been doing fantastic.
Brutal. Yesterday was brutal.
So glad I didn't see you afterwards.
Oh,
Dude.
it was
I'm so
brutal.
glad.
I started crying, and I haven't cried in therapy.
I think I just need an 8-ball.
There's another thing with that too. Not that that's an issue, but yeah. So all right. So whatever. So my guy's not a.
Your guy's a psychologist. You need a psychiatrist.
Yeah,
with
he's
a
actually,
script.
He's actually a barber, but good kid.
Lenny. Shout out to Lenny's Cuts over there on 43rd Avenue.
He's a bartender. No, yeah. So, but he has extensive experience in substance abuse, inpatient, outpatient, mental health, all that kind of crap. So he linked me up with this
Pusher man. Campaign the snowman, daddy. So there I am talking to young Jeezy.
He hooked me up with Bougie. So he directed me to a center.
Centers are good for a guy like you.
Yeah.
Center.
Oh, man.
Team of guys.
You walk in, code red. If I can lock the doors down.
Ride in on our Power Wheels.
Sure. Very happy for you.
Yeah. So I saw this guy's a psychiatrist.
This guy's nuts. This guy's a quack. He don't know what he's
Crazier
talking
than me. He's a psychiatrist. All right.
Sure.
I think that's right.
Yeah, psychiatrist.
Yes, yeah. Well, he's got the script pad.
He
all
can
right?
write. He can write.
I
Yeah.
feel good.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I thought it would be like, so-and-so filled you in. What do you got? Here's the address for my Rite Aid. Let me know when I can pick it up.
Is he just the video conference starts? Is it ready? First words.
So
Is it a video call or phone call?
video.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, video. Yeah.
Okay.
Real deal too. He was in he might as well have been at the space station.
Sure.
So he starts asking all these questions.
Right. Anything for heartburn or indigestion you got cooking right now, big dog? Less hot dogs. Sure. Okay.
So he's got to go through the whole rigamaroar. You know what I mean? I don't think that's rigmarole. The guy cutting his hair. Let me get you from the back. Well, you got to go through this whole.
That's the homosexual rigmarole. You want me to get you from the... What'd you say? Dude, that's so funny. You want to get you from the back?
Those two are great. The guy's name's Terry or something. He's like, God damn it, Terry.
Every time I come around here, you got to give me this homosexual rigmarole.
Jeez,
No, we're not changing it. Was he going to want me to lube that up for you? Or oil you down, I think it was. You want me to oil you down?
It's funny. Anyway, so he's got his line of questioning and all that stuff. So I told him that, I'm putting this all out there for the homies, that I was diagnosed with ADHD in college because I was flunking out of school. Patty was worried. I had some professor that thought there was something amiss.
Took you that long? Took to college?
She's like, he's really smart. It's just, he's flunking. And,
well, they're wrong. They are wrong.
I feel like that's how they get the parent to, like,
yeah, smart kid.
Yeah.
Just retarded.
Get him to stop setting these fires. We'd be all right. So,
okay.
Yeah, they diagnosed me. I had to go through like a month of testing or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but it was a lot.
I got tested for ADD one time above like a hair salon next to a McDonald's on 2nd Street Pike. And I was like, my mom's like, yeah, it's right next to the McDonald's. I went, that house? It was like a house. And I'm like, yo, hun, listen, I'll go.
I'll take care of the copay.
I'm like, I'll go. We ain't doing.
What'd they say to you? Did you have it?
I know. There was that, and they made me do like the Rorschach test, looking at the blots and stuff. And I fucked
chicken tenders. Chicken tenders.
I could
chicken tenders with barbecue sauce.
I could smell the nuggets, buddy. It was. We parked at the McDonald's.
I wonder if I'll have to get to take a Rorschach test.
But I remember one time I fucking around. I'm a bits guy. I do bits. You know what I mean? I just thought like they would get it if I was like, oh, that's my dad screaming. And they were like, and I'm like, it's a joke. Lady, I'm fucking working the room here. Yeah, and I told my mom, and she's like, yeah, he's a fucking lunatic like that. I'll fucking,
Small penis. Compensated.
Compensated, yeah.
So I got tested for that, and I remember I'd gone. They got me a shrink that year. I think it was the summer that I got kicked out of school, or I wasn't going back.
Gotcha. Yeah. Whatever. So you get diagnosed.
Yeah, but this is before I had auditioned for the theater and all that stuff. So I was like,
what the hell does that have to do with anything?
Because I did that fall. I went to the theater in that fall.
Does that have to do with the test?
It was actually like a pretty big ball up in the air, and I kept it going. So I made the transition look smooth. Because when I got kicked out of college, and I was back home for the summer.
Who do you think you're fooling in this?
There was nothing in the there was nothing in the plan.
God, there was nothing in the plan until fucking 3 years ago.
All right, whatever.
I'm just saying, you really think you're doing this a good job of everybody's. I'm
saying back then I was able to. I didn't miss a beat. I didn't miss a semester. I was in theater school by the fall.
Because you were thrown out of your university.
I understand that, but I didn't take a semester off or anything like that.
Real self-starter.
Right, yeah, that really saved the PR nightmare that could have been.
Go get her.
Okay, all right.
I had some good performances at school.
No one's saying you didn't. I'm just trying to say, 35 years later, you're still going, pretty seamless. No one knew. No one suspected. Listen, guy, they all suspected. But, okay.
As I was saying, the doctor then was like, listen, man.
You fucked up, dog. Listen, school ain't for you. You try acting or something, guy. You're crazy.
He was like, either you deal with this now, and I'll never forget the number, or you're going to be dealing with this when you're 49.
Is that what he said?
Whoa.
Was that
Here
part of the
fuck I am? Because I wasn't.
Did
taking
that make
it
you
seriously.
go recently? Like, was that in your head of like, fuck, I'm 49, I'm dealing with it probably worse?
That's been in my head, yeah. And it's gotten, internally, it's gotten worse. Like, it's not, not fun anymore. Not that it was fun, but it's, it's a lot to deal with internally.
For a while, it was like, that's Foley's nuts. It's crazy. That's Foley being crazy. And then it slowly shifted to just Foley's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be the last 2 years or so. Roughly.
Okay.
This year, pretty bad, I guess.
This year's bad.
Yeah. So anyway, and I wasn't taking that seriously back then, didn't do it. Now here we are, whatever. So he makes me go through all this shit. And he's like, after I tell him everything, and I talked about stuff that I hadn't like really talked. I mentioned this lightly to the therapist. But, we talked about everything of, what's going on and what I'm not doing and, all that kind of shit. And, I told him everything. Anything that you would bitch at me about, I told him this is where we're at, and it ain't great. And he's like, he made me go back through the, what he said was trauma, to go back through the trauma. And man, that was a fucking rough ride. It was a rough ride. The kid dying when I was a kid apparently was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've told you that story. My buddy Robbie Snyder, I'd go to his house every day, and they kept saying he couldn't come out, and then I found out a couple weeks later that he died of cancer or whatever.
Or whatever.
So there was that, and then it's weird. When I got to think about my dad, I never cried in therapy, but the way this guy was fucking, he's fucking sticking and moving, fucking jabbing at me.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky I wasn't with him. Fucking strangled him. A couple of beers, talk about this. Anyway, long story short.
I'm in theater school. I mean, what the fuck?
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm a two-way athlete. Play both sides of the ball. Explosive speed.
Long story short, he's like, so the therapist, after the months that I've been with him, he came with a diagnosis, which was that he
I don't think you told me. Maybe you told me.
He believes, he's like, you need testing, but I believe that you have ADHD.
You are what we call in the business screwballs.
Are you familiar with the term?
Cuckoo. Hey, buddy. Here's my prescription. Go spend a winter at the Shining Hotel.
Cuckoos. Are you familiar with cuckoo?
Hey, Tweety Bird, let's go.
So the therapist diagnosis is that he believes I have ADHD, mild depression, and major anxiety.
I mean, you should be paying me. I told you that fucking 3 years ago.
Hold on. What I didn't tell you, and I did not do this, I answered. So they send you a questionnaire. It took me like an hour to fill this thing out before I got to do this appointment yesterday. And it's a session.
I got you. So happened. You're supposed to fill it out before. I got you.
And at one point, he's like, I have to tell you, you tested off the charts for everything in the survay.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, all right.
Here we go. Here, finally, a little bit of fucking respect around here.
He's like, no, I'm not saying that in a good way.
Sure.
And I was like, oh. So this guy's not 100% convinced that I have ADHD. He doesn't know. He's like, you need to do this testing. Which the one's like fucking 2 hours. He's like,
buddy, it's 2 hours. You've been living in hell for 49 years. Take 2 hours and fix the next 20 years of your life.
It's a series.
2 years of your life. Something. Who knows how much time you got left, but fucking fix it.
2 episodes of The Sopranos.
Yeah, think about that. You've watched season 4 19 fucking times.
That's the best one.
This guy doesn't have 2 hours for his life.
Shout out to Joey Pants with an Emmy award-winning performance. I don't even think he was nominated. Actually, I think he was in one, but whatever.
Hey.
Is that my therapist? Yeah, so he's like, I want to test you on that. But he said anxiety is based on the thing that I filled out. He's like, it's nuts.
Oh, I know. Tell him to come talk to me.
And
I should be on this team that you got.
I mentioned you.
Let me get up in there and work with the guys. They want to know. I got the back end juice on it.
I told you, dickhead, that I told the therapist all that, and he said he was in line with you. That he's like, yeah, he's whatever.
I think he said I was a very smart guy.
Yeah, whatever.
Say that for the people.
Bald too, he said.
Hey, it's a bald guy, small penis.
I ain't seen him, but yeah. So anxiety, depression, and he's gonna
threw the book at you.
He threw the book at me.
Sure.
Here's a bad.
You got what we call the
Here's the
kitchen
bad
sink.
news. So he's putting me on 3 things as of right now. I cannot drink on them.
That's good.
He's
man.
like, you can have a beer or two, but he's like, with this medication, you if you binge drink, I told him about it. I gave him a couple of highlights of. He's like, how do you drink? And I was like, I don't need a drink now, like as we sit now. But when we start going with the boys. I did mention the across the river. I got to get across the river. That was a red flag. He's like, what
Like
do you
a deer
drink?
in a
How do you
headlight.
drink? I was like, I want to get 2 in me to get across the river. He was not familiar with that.
I'm trying to get fucked up here, Doc. You fucking pussy. You ever been to a bar before?
He's
You
like-
ever kiss a girl?
he's like, whoa,
You
whoa,
start
whoa.
intimidating.
He's like, well, hold a second. Sorry. He's like, what exactly do you mean when you say across the river?
I got a problem. These voices don't shut up. I remember my brother said that to me one time.
These voices?
No, of just like, I was like, yeah, and she's breaking my balls about how much I'm, because we turned to that, specifically, I turned to it to shut the machine down, like to, just to check everything. And my brother was drinking a beer, and he goes, yeah, like he fucking sculled half. He goes, and was wiping his mouth, and he goes, you find a better way to do it, let me know. I was like, dude, that is forever burned in my brain. I was like, man, see you here next year, dog.
Yeah, so I can't booze on this, which is fine.
I think that's for the best.
Which is fine.
For everybody involved. That's better for me too.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. I gotta fill out I gotta do this survey, and then I see him in a month. I see my guy every week.
So what do he give you? 50 milligrams of Cramadol? My doctor says Cramadol.
Told me to try cocks in my mouth. What he said.
Yikes. Okay. Bit of a freak.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy. You know?
I mean, it sounds pretty nuts.
Yeah, when I told my therapist what he prescribed, he was like, ooh. He's like, that's the hippies. You know, give that to World War I vets. Guys that were in the bull.
One shot with a trank gun every morning at 8 a.m. to slow me down.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did put me on something. We talked about the emotional eating and all that stuff. We talked about the Ozempic, my failures in that and all that stuff. And I explained to him that, like, my body didn't react to it well, but I also didn't do it the right way. Even the first time when I lost the weight, I didn't.
You started free balling with dosages, and you started doing it when you wanted to, half a little bit of air, giving me a little dabble.
Sure, but when I did it the first time and it worked, when I lost all the weight, I wasn't really working out the way I should. I wasn't eating protein. I wasn't building muscle the way I should. You
weren't doing it.
Yeah. And I was at times.
You were really throwing it in our faces, though, when you were losing the weight. Look at me, you fat. You called me fat ass.
I was wearing V-neck sweaters for like a week. You can tell me nothing. So he put me on something for that. That is
You put you on a truth serum or something?
It's
you stop fucking lying to me?
I'm telling you the truth
I'm
right
not about
now.
this. I'm just saying in general.
You try to be honest. It's crazy.
So there I am.
I
Making out with Cindy Crawford.
I told you this story. He put me on something to. It's primarily for opioid addiction, and he said that I ain't no fucking junkie,
I could have been doing opioids this whole time.
fucking rat.
Doing subs.
What are you doing? Suboxone?
No. I've done that recreationally.
A little bit of Demerol?
It's not funny.
Man.
Suboxone sucks.
Listen, most of my friends were on Suboxone at some point. Most of them. And you go, hey, so-and-so's doing, I'm off the... And then it's like, oh, they're on subs. And it would keep you not sick. It prevents you from getting dope sick.
No, it's not that. It's nothing like that.
No, I know. I'm just talking about it in general. And I remember, and then they're like, I'm clean. And then they'd be like, I remember this one girl was like, I'm clean. You're like, oh, good. She's off the subs. Or she's off fucking
H.
oxys. Oxys. Nobody was really, H got bad, but it was just, at this point, it was oxys. And, they're like, oh, yeah. And then I remember one girl was like, nah, she's on like fucking 900 bajilligrams of fucking Suboxone.
Bajilligrams.
That's great.
I told you, the one thing he wants to put me on is 50,000 milligrams of fucking vitamin D.
What does that do? What's the purpose of that?
We're going to find out.
See if you can find
You
what.
overdose on like those simple vitamins because then it just gets you like you can't overdose on like vitamin D or vitamin C, so you just get your.
Listen, so what he
But
said.
yeah, there's got to be an effect of that. Does it?
He said this
Make you unbury your wiener or
they're
something like
they're
that?
partly holistic.
Oh, fuck it. You signed up with a bunch of fucking hippie quacks. These people stink. They even got a license?
50 milligrams of turnips.
It's
What?
not-
Give me the hard shit.
Fucking University of
No,
Phoenix doctors.
It's the
Where'd you meet them? A dead show?
hey man, you need a little peanut butter, man. No.
What do you got for the...
Helps with anxiety and depression.
Yeah,
go.
he said he's like I think
That'll do it.
he's
I mean, this guy's off the charts, and they're like, eat an orange. You're like, buddy.
go down to Miami for a couple of days. Doc, that's my whole problem.
Try. Get some of that sun. And son, I got a fucking handgun in my mouth, dude. You want me to go fucking go ground myself in a field in Central Park?
He said he's like your depression or anxiety could be a little bit worse right now because seasonal. He's like and you're supposed to be getting
Dude. It's seasonal schmeasonal.
He said this will be good for you. I mean, this is the supplement regimen.
This is taking a vitamin. Yeah.
The other two.
No, I'm clearly joking. I think it's all positive.
The main one is an antidepressant, and the second one is the one that I'm talking about. That's primarily for opioid addictions, but secondary. He had all this shit.
They know what they're doing.
He had the FDA trials and this and that, and he's banging them out. This guy's sharp. And he was like, they've had secondary testing for it as a like to not emotionally eat.
Gotcha.
He's like it's like the GLP-1s, but different. It's not a hormonal thing in your gut.
Good.
It's in your brain. So
That's great.
That's where we're at. So I pick him up tonight or tomorrow. I was thinking.
One last run.
One last hurrah. Yeah, but you're...
I've been looking through my phone. Who can I have put him under? Hello, is this? Come on. It's my real aunt. You want what? Shut up. You never had this conversation.
Happy birthday.
Oh.
Man, Flynn.
That's a side effect.
Any pills for that? Any pills to be less gross most of the time?
Well, this will help me to be less gross. So, yeah, we'll see how it all flushes down. How it all works out.
I'm very, that's great. That's a huge step. I'm very, very, very proud of you. It's very hard to do just to face those, those issues and those demons.
It's a lot. I'll tell you that. It was emotional.
Should be.
And then
Life is emotional. You've
then
just been running from it.
She comes home. I got to tell her all about it, all that stuff. She's fucking, she's up my ass about it, worried about it. So.
Worried about what?
Just, the fact that.
Worried about you on pills?
No, worried about me
you not
being,
on pills. Yeah, that's like a big thing that we've kind of realized. You kind of put it in perspective yesterday. The stairs were out, and you're like, those stairs are going to kill me. It's like, you've killed you. Like, it's not the stairs. It's, and I think it's like, it's the same thing of like, you're going, it is hard work. It's hard work to sit there and confront yourself and go through that. It's brutal. It's fucking, that's why nobody does it. And people turn to fucking, drugs and all that kind of alcohol and stuff like that.
Anyway, I can't fuck around when I'm on them.
That's good.
That's what he said.
Buddy, also, and this is, I'm mostly speaking to me. This is not.
Because they were grilling me
the
about
party's over, dude. We've done, like, what are you still going to be fucking blacking out drunk at 50? You know what I mean? Like, it's not cute anymore. You know what I mean? Hasn't been cute for fucking 20 years.
Throw a little
40
dress on.
years. That's all I'm saying. I do the same thing of like, what do you do? Like, I'm just like, because my first instinct is like, let's go grab a beer. Let's do this. And it's like, what are you doing? Go home. Go home.
Sure.
Go home.
Yeah. I told him that.
I'm still going to get fucked up on a road.
And
I got a kid come. I got to get this out of my system.
I told him that, and I was talking to the therapist this morning about that because that was a concern of both of them and him yesterday. He was like, hey, man, he's like, be honest with me. If we put you on this stuff, are you going to be able to stick with this and not fucking, deviate from this? He's like, and that's why there's an immediate check-in of like, what's going on and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows if I get it or not. I can't remember how he said it, but they know.
What do you mean
Not
if you
that they
get it?
know that I'm taking every pill, But he's like, we'll know.
If you pick up the prescription.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
dude, he had all my shit.
Because otherwise, the guy would just steal it. Like the guy could be like, I never picked it up or whatever.
Yeah.
So they know it's.
You know what's crazy? In real time, he had my shit where he could get into something and see like, oh, this is the last thing. He wanted to know like, my cholesterol and all that kind of stuff. He had all that stuff right there. He was like, let me check. And I fucking pulled it up. I'm like, God, this guy's looking over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But the therapist and him were both asking me, and I think I'm being honest when I say that. I'm like, I've been as extreme, I think, as you possibly can. And
In what sense?
I've tried to bury this in as much as I can drink, as much as I could fucking
Of course, yeah.
snort,
Eat.
as much as I could eat, as much without it. And then it doesn't do it. And then the next day I'm right back to where I start. I was like, I want an even, below baseline of happiness.
Sure, which I think you deserve. Take the power back, dog.
We'll see.
That's really good, man.
I do think we should get a bag or something. Fucking, get something to eat. Couple of beers.
Doing coke cut with vitamin D. What, Doc? The doc said I could do it.
Talk about sunshine, baby, huh?
That's really good.
Yeah, whatever.
It's all doesn't matter.
So,
look at you, very proud
which
of you.
it's embarrassing and all that kind of
Why
stuff.
is it embarrassing?
I don't know.
I'm asking. Well, no, see, I'm not trying to be again. I'm not being a dick, but you do these things where it's like it's embarrassing. I go, why? I go, I don't know, and you go, yeah, well, think your depression or it's mainly anxiety prevents any forward thought of like, well, and I go, why? You go, it just is, and then you always can tell when you start listening. You go, yeah, this guy, the other thing, blah, blah. It's like it's all this. You're living in a fake world of good or bad stuff that you think's going to happen or not going to happen, and there's no, like, tangible reality.
Take the power back.
Take it back, baby. Grab
Take
it by
your
the
power
horns.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
and that's, I mean, to even make those, and we joke around, obviously, we say that on the BetterHelp ads, but, like, getting in is the hardest fucking thing. Like,
Yeah, he
people
was saying
put
all
that
that shit
off.
yesterday.
People put that off forever. The second you're in, you go, hey, you take a pill every day, and then you go, for your case, 18 pills a day. You take 100 pills a day, and then, like, if they go, oh, we just need to swap this one out or increase this one or decrease this one, it's like, yeah, that's nothing. That you're already in the system. You know what I mean?
It's funny. I was telling him today that after soon as I got the phone with him, like when you're on the phone with him and you're getting the sales pitch and the whatever. Yeah, absolutely, fucking da. And then later I'm like, man, should I even be on this stuff and this and that and
I would go like, and I know you have that.
yeah, that's
What's
my inner
worse?
critic.
I know, but like, should I even be on this? What is the alternative?
What if I'm just lazy?
I think that's part of it. Yeah,
What if I'm just a bad seed?
I think that's part of it.
No, he said there's chemical situations going on.
Yeah, excuses.
That's what he said.
This guy's a fucking. This guy was at a Fish concert at MSG. What are you talking about? You guy have a tie-dye shirt on with Andy Cohen? What are you doing?
Andy Cohen,
Yeah, he's a big fish head or deadhead.
the news guy or the Bravo guy?
Yeah,
Ah,
he got called dancing at a. They were
nothing
like
wrong
making,
with dancing.
No, they were. That was the thing. They were trying to shame him. Like, look at Andy Cohen dancing. He's just there and like.
Can't have a fucking good time.
He's there vibing. He does like acid and shit. He's always talking about with Anderson Cooper on. He's like, I got 15 tabs of fucking Grateful Dead acid at my house. Let's go back and do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, that's fucking amazing, man. That's fantastic. I got one little thing. I think I've mentioned these people before. I want to give a shout out, and you should, if you next time you're on the Upper West Side, go to Tip Top Shoes.
Okay.
Right? It's on 72nd and 155 West 72nd Street. It's got to be the last. There's still shoe salesmen in there, not guys that work there. These are like salesmen.
What kind of shoes?
And he's like
Dress shoes?
They got dress shoes. It's like an old school shoe store. I got
What'd
everything.
you get?
I didn't get anything. My wife was looking at a pair of Sandys.
Oh, do they have ladies' shoes
They
as
got
well?
both, men's and women. Tip. Do you think Tip Top Shoes is stopping at just one?
Do they have guys selling broad shoes?
Yeah.
Like classy guys?
No. Like,
Dirt balls.
just not dirt balls. Just it is a cross section of New York City. There's an old Dominican guy who's sweating and he's a little rough around the edges. There's an old Jewish guy. They got to get mad at you to this lady's like, the one guy went, take your socks off, lady. It won't fit with the sock. They're like, it's just, they're kind of like MTA train workers. You know what I mean?
All right, I like that.
It's you walk in, you go, oh, I am fucking, it's like going back in time. They got these, you know, so it's like these older guys. And I mean, there was this younger African guy, and he must have been dude, he was like, he's running circles around the old fat white guys. It's just such a fun fucking vibe. And if you don't buy,
they're upset.
They're not stoked about it. And then Luke brought it up, like, what it could be find the commission on a pair of shoes for a shoe salesman. It's got to be
20%.
On a no.
Is that a lot or a little?
I think it's a lot. 20% of your profit goes to,
I don't know.
Think about New York City rent. Nah, it's got to be like a couple of bucks. But anyway, dude, you go in there. I haven't seen it since Phil's Shoes was the one I went to growing up.
5 and 10% is where it falls between.
Gotcha.
So let's say you're selling $100 pair of shoes.
You get $7. Yeah.
$7.
That'd be 7%. That'd be the middle
Oh yeah,
of 5.
$10 would be 10%.
Yeah.
That's all. You gotta sell a lot of shoes.
That's what I'm sure they get some sort of hourly. They're probably not working.
Of course.
I don't know, but at the second,
How many pairs of shoes could you sell a day?
at this place, I mean, people are going to this place. It's such an experience. I walked in. I went.
I'm getting a haircut too, by the way.
Great. I was at a prescription too. I walked in. It felt like I was back in time. I went like, oh, I haven't experienced. Dude, they're out there measuring your feet. You know how like you go into Reebok or Foot Locker? It's like, what
they
do you
have that
need?
thing that comes in and one from the side too.
Yeah, the
Remember
old
that?
school Johns.
That was like getting a physical.
They were either black. The kids' ones were like yellow or
Silver.
red or they were silver. But then the plate on the thing was either black, like a maroon,
That thing
a green.
fascinated me. I thought you had to be a scientist to do that.
Yeah, that was fucking nuts.
The width. I was talking about the width of my feet. Hey, pretty wide.
I'm gonna need these wide bodies.
Dickhead, you want to make that 4%?
It was just like, I mean, we spent about half hour in there, and like, it's just it's an insane world that's happening that like you haven't seen in 20 years. It's a blast from the past. Very cool. Just even go in and just try a pair of shoes on, and then have them scream at you when you walk out. Even just
a real customer service feel.
Real tire kicker. Yeah, it's awesome. And I forgot about. I'd gone before, and Nadine's like, "This is that place where they fucking." It's like the trading room floor at fucking. It's crazy.
You know what I used to love, and we only did it a couple of times. They don't exist in the city anymore. But when my brother was first starting to make money down on Wall Street, and I was living with him, and I was working on the Upper East Side. Something came up, a wedding. We'd go to Mo Ginsburg's to get a suit. And it was like a suit discount warehouse. Oh, some old guy, the way it smelled in there. He had the tape thing around.
It's very similar, like 1980s. But you go, this, I haven't seen. I forgot it existed, and the second I walked in, I went, whoa. This is the only place this is happening right now.
That's what it's all about.
It was really fucking cool. But that's it. Tip Top Shoes. Shout out to you, 155 West 72nd Street. They're giving me $50 to say that. They're giving me half off a pair of Doc Martens. Gang, we love you. Shout out to all the fucking support.
Thank you, guys.
On the special. It truly means the world to us, and it inspires us to make more fucking content for you guys. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
See you tomorrow.